Hi, I'm Charlie. I am the second midwife, the other half of Hearth and Home Midwifery. A little bit about me. So I started my career in midwifery really when I was actually in school for something else. I was going to school to become a clinical psychologist, and I met a woman at a party who was pregnant at the time, and over time we became acquaintances and friends, and she had asked me to attend her birth as a support person. She asked me to be her doula, and at the time I had no idea what a doula was, so I said yes. And then I went home and researched exactly what my job would be as a doula at this birth, and didn't really know what to expect. I was pretty nervous, to be honest, and I attended her birth. She was cared for by midwives and had a home birth, and that experience totally changed my life. So it really opened my eyes to really what even birth was, and that I could birth work was something that one could pursue. And it just really stopped me in my tracks, and I quickly became pretty enthralled with the idea of supporting women as they become parents and have their babies. So I pretty quickly started my own business as a doula, as one would, and I started supporting women giving birth primarily in the hospital, and I did this work for about a year before realizing that I was really meant for something bigger, something a little different. I had a really hard time witnessing women giving birth in the hospital with limited options, witnessing care that wasn't provided with informed consent. And I really wanted to be able to offer something different to women, and so I found myself looking into midwifery. Long story short, I started going to school at Birthing College of Midwifery, and I earned a bachelor's of science in midwifery sciences. And from there was working with and assisting other midwives for a while, and realized I wanted to start my own practice, which is where Sarah and I met, and decided to start Hearth and Home Midwifery. So Sarah and I have been attending births together really ever since then, and I couldn't be happier. It's definitely my life's work. It's my passion. It's enlivening, and something that is really hard to put into words, actually. It's incredible work. One of the reasons I'm most passionate about midwifery is because I get to support women in really being autonomous in their own birth choices, and supporting women to be in control, to take the power role really in their own pregnancy, their birth, and as they're becoming parents. And it's really incredible to see that transformation in women when they are given the opportunity and given the space to be in charge of themselves, their bodies, their babies, and to see really the ways in which people grow along that journey. So that is me, and that is part of what drives me to be a midwife. There's so much more to share, but when I'm not doing midwifery, I'm really passionate about being in the outdoors. I'm a hiker, backpacker, camper, which bodes really well with being on call most of the time. So whenever I'm off call, that's where you'll find me. Otherwise, when I'm near the city limits, I'm dancing and reading and walking. Yeah, that's me.